Hello, world. It's your man, B Nizzle, back again with another video for you. I hope that you've had a great and wonderful day today and are planning for another one. Today, we're going to talk about cryptocurrency again and how the banks are fiending for it. In particular, they're fiending for Bitcoin. And if you subscribe to my channel, you already know that B9 thinks that Bitcoin is still king of the hill, top of the food chain in the cryptocurrency world. And the banks wanting to get in only solidifies my theories and beliefs on Bitcoin. But before we get into that, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you become a part of the tribe. We're building a community here that needs your input as well as my input. So I do check the comments. So please leave your comments in there, questions, stock tips. I do my homework, you all, and I want to interact with you. So I hope that you want to interact with me. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Give your comments in the comment section. Let's do this the right way. But let's get to it. First and foremost, we're going to have a little education lesson here. The first term that I want to run across you is the BIS. Don't feel bad if you're not familiar with it. Most people are not, unless you are in the banking, financial, fiduciary world. The BIS stands for the Bank of International Settlements. They have a group called the Basel Committee. The Basel Committee of the BIS sets the world standard for all bank regulations. So they're big boys. And when they talk, people listen. Because they have control over the entire global banking regulations. You play by their rules. So when they chimed in on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, naturally, everybody was listening. Everybody wanted to know. Back in the day, they used to have these commercials called, sponsored by E.F. Hutton. And when E.F. Hutton spoke in the most crowded arenas, the most crowded stadiums, everyone got silent. You could hear a pin drop. My uncle used to say you could hear a mouse pissing on cotton. That's how quiet it was. Well, when the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, Basel Committee talks, it has that E.F. Hutton effect. Everybody shuts up and listens, as well they should. And this is what they chimed in on. They basically said that Bitcoin is in group 2, and that stable coins would be in group 1. Now, the significance of that is group 1 only has to be backed by 100% of the commodity, thus meaning a dollar for dollar savings, collateral, insurance. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, and other things that go into group 2 will have a 1,250% collateral needed to hold said asset. So instead of having a dollar for dollar collateral, for every dollar of Bitcoin you have, the bank will have to have $12.50 for every Bitcoin dollar. Not a good investment. Not giving you the type of positive reinforcement needed to want to clamor over said asset. Why would I have to hold almost $13 just to give you a dollar? And just so you understand how this works, the same banks that give out mortgages for residential home loans that we all know about, most of us are homeowners, and if you're not, become a homeowner. But that's a different video for a different day. We're going to get into that. But we all know how residential mortgage loans work on the consumer side. But on the banking side of it, for every dollar that the bank gives you, they have to hold a dollar in collateral to insure the loan. In case you default on the loan, they still have the money to cover said bill. That's how it has always worked. For junk bonds, corporate junk bonds, it is a dollar for dollar ratio as far as collateral goes. Every dollar given out in the junk bond market, the bank has to hold another dollar as insurance. So if it gives out $500, it has to keep $500 to ensure that the loan is paid off in case you default on it. There's a group, a lobbyist group, by the name of the FSF. This lobbyist group is led by Bank of America, BNY Mellon, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, State Street, and Wells Fargo. Some big boys, ain't they? A lot of trillions in the names that I just said. They are begging for Bitcoin. They are fiending for Bitcoin like a drug addict looking for a hit. And they are begging the BIS, please do not put these crazy and ridiculous regulations on us where we have to have $12.50 for every dollar of Bitcoin acquired. That's insane. And the reason why that's insane is, like I said, Bitcoin is at the top of the food chain in the cryptocurrency world. It serves almost as the S&P of crypto. So if you are making it hard and discouraging the fiduciary powers that be of acquiring Bitcoin, the most popular cryptocurrency out there, other coins will suffer. Other coins will suffer because of it. Today, we're going to go a little bit over our 10-minute threshold because this is important. And I'm not going to cut it off just to not give you what you need. You need to hear this. You need to inform yourself. You need to Research this on your own time. Understand this of your own validity so that you know what's really going on out here. Everybody wants to talk to you about the dances and the this and the that, and they're not giving you this real information. The information that is controlling global economies. This is trickle-down economics, ladies and gentlemen. But you probably never even heard of the BIS. You probably never even heard of the FSF lobbyist group. I know I hadn't, but that's why I do my research. That's why I do deep dives and studies into these things. And I hope that I'm sparking you to do the same. Now, back to what we have to say on this. The reason that Bitcoin is getting this 1,250% increase in comparison to other stable coins is because it is the BIS's belief that there is nothing backing Bitcoin. That if the Bitcoin market fails, there is no collateral, there is no other company associated with Bitcoin that can come and bail them out. But on the other hand, stable coins have company backing. For example, when Apple comes out with their coin, which they already have, but it's not really available to everyone, the Apple coin or Apple Pay is attached to the Apple company, which is a multi-trillion-dollar company. So when you're dealing with a company that has unlimited funds and resources such as Apple, and their stable coin fails, they have the collateral of $1 trillion to fall back on. As long as Bitcoin is doing great, Bitcoin is the toast of the town. But what is backing Bitcoin is the bank's question, is the BIS's question. And the banks are saying, we will back it. We don't care what has to be done. The advertising, the popularity, the people don't lie. We need Bitcoin. Don't make it harder than it has to be. I will be keeping you updated on this because this is very important. Our whole financial global economy and the way that we live, the way that we will raise our future generations, we all need to be paying attention to this issue. So I want you to do your research on it, and I want you to get back at me. Let me know what you find out about the BIS, about the FSF lobbyist group, and the ongoing fight to get Bitcoin accepted. God bless.